What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling Rush Hour. I am back after being gone for 2 years, almost 3 years. I have been up to date on everything that in regards to wrestling. I haven't stopped watching wrestling. I just wasn't posting my opinions and comments on the show and the transition to TKO and all these other different things, the WrestleManias and all of that. But I'm back, and I was watching Monday Night Raw, and it wasn't really a good show. Um, it was more of a two pack of ass. It wasn't that good. Um, the opening segment was Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Obviously, I'm excited for that faction and what they're going to do in the future, but um, it just this Monday Night Raw seemed a little bit dull. I don't know what else they can do to kind of amp it up. I was really excited when I thought that CM Punk was going to team up with Roman Reigns. I thought that would have just created a more intriguing storyline. I know, obviously, I'm guessing he's on a break or whatever it is, so they implemented Sami Zayn into that spot, but it just doesn't build the same intrigue and suspense for me that it was when I thought it was going to be Roman and Punk just going crazy in terms of just trying to get the revenge on Seth Rollins and whatnot. So we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, that segment was, it was all right. It was good that Paul Heyman kind of explained what was going on between him and Seth Rollins, and kind of giving us a common sense reason why Bronson Reed would join Seth Rollins after they had their feud in the past. Um, it's good to see that Bronson Reed is back from his broken foot. Um, and yeah, we ended up seeing Liv Morgan coming back. We'll see what happens with that. Obviously, she lost the qualifier, but I'm pretty sure they'll have like what WWE usually does, which is they'll have qualifiers, and then the losers from all the qualifiers will either be like in a triple threat or a fatal four way to determine who gets the last couple of spots. So I still expect Liv Morgan to be um, at Money in the Bank in that match, because realistically, they're not going to defend the tag team championships. And yeah, the Rusev and Tozawa match obviously was quick. It was to the point. Rusev picked up the win. We saw him confronted by Sheamus. I think that those two guys, Rusev and Sheamus, that would be a decent mid-card feud, but nothing really to get excited about. The New Day ended up defeating the War Raiders and American Made with a roll-up pin, so they retained their tag team championships. It was a decent tag team match. Nothing really to just, you know, it was just kind of a dull Monday Night Raw, if I'm just being honest. Um, After that, we saw Liv Morgan walking again, and she ended up talking about she was gonna talk to Pierce Morgan or whoever. Let's get not Pierce Morgan. I'm tripping. Not Pierce Morgan, but what's the guy? Adam Pierce. There we go. Adam Pierce, and talk to him about the qualifier match and all that stuff. But other than that, we saw Jey Uso. He showed up and came to the ring. He does this new thing now where he gets in the ring and the fans want him to keep doing the yeet. So we saw that, and Gunther came out, and the promo between Gunther and Jey Uso was really cringe and horrible, and I kind of just squinted like, this is awkward, because there's just every time, like, I think Jey Uso is entertaining, and I'm happy that he's won the championship, but he either needs to work on his promo skills, because when he was talking with Gunther, there was a moment where he just kept pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because he didn't know what to say. And this many years into the WWE world, it shouldn't be like that. I don't know if maybe I know a lot of wrestlers don't want to have a script. I don't think they should give him a script, but I think they should give him some bullet points on what he should say in response to Gunther. But I'm pretty sure they're not doing that. I'm pretty sure Triple H is letting them just kind of say what they need to say. Obviously, there's a direction and storyline they need to kind of go with. But I think that he kind of just lifted constraints of what they have to say. So I think it's actually probably a little bit harder for Jey Uso, just because it just seems like he's. I think really it's that he's because I don't know if it's because of him doing the yeet celebrations and stuff, and he's just the adrenaline and everything. Maybe he's just kind of getting lost in the moment, because I've seen him cut some pretty decent promos, but it just seems like every once in a while he kind of gets in this awkward thing where, like, are you gonna say something? Do you know what to say? Did you forget your lines? Like, what is it? So I think Jey also needs to kind of fix that. And then we ended up seeing let's go back. Let me go back to my notes. Let's see. We ended up seeing Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins in the main event. Obviously a decent match, or a good match, but it just wasn't a good show to me. And I don't know, man. It just really wasn't a good show. Obviously CM Punk came out and all that, but it just still wasn't a good show to where I would be like, yeah, I would maybe want to watch a certain moment over again. For example, when Seth versus CM Punk in the main event in that cage match, and then Roman came out and stuff like that. That's a match that I would go back and just watch because it was just a good match, and good storytelling. But this Monday, it wasn't really that good. Give me your opinions, your thoughts on today's show. I think it was a 2-pack of ass. I don't think it was that good. And I will be doing some more videos tonight. And in the coming days, we will be doing the Rush Hour Report. I'm going to be talking about Triple H's creative versus Shawn Michaels' creative, and a whole bunch of other topics. So let me know you guys' opinion. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I think I'm going to be creating a TikTok sooner or later as well, so you guys can get ready to follow me on there. And I'll create a community post for you guys to know when that TikTok is up. Thank you guys. I'm happy to be back, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.